Xoliswa Hlongwane, owner of XO Collection. I'm a CA by profession. I started my clothing manufacturing business 2 years ago when I was working full-time. After 2 years, I saw that it wasn't, these competing priorities was not really working, especially from a cash flow perspective and revenue generation perspective. So I decided to make the move. In December 2019 was my last day in a full-time career, and then I moved into the business. Initially, it was purely passion. I love clothes. I love when somebody looks good, women, nicely tailored suit or nicely tailored dress or skirts. I got to see how many jobs have been lost in the industry with all the competing Chinese imports and all of those things. So I think it spiked that social element on me to say, so if I could actually just go into the industry and start making local items that look like the standard of international items, then perhaps it could be my contribution to growing the industry. Women express themselves through their wardrobe, through what they wear. So it inspires me a lot to see women dressed good. So that's why I make clothes for them. Our brand is called Executive Businesswear, not because it's for only executives, but it's for everyone who sees themselves as an executive. I matter in the workplace or in my business, or I'm a stay-at-home mom who just wants to enjoy coffee looking so elegant. So that is the kind of target markets we're targeting. This is part of our range. So we want women who will dress their confidence. Fashion is a very difficult field to be in. Industry to be in, because there's a lot of competition. You can have all your ducks in a row, but people will still just prefer that big brand's shirts. So I realized that from a fashion perspective, I must be patient, I must take my own time. So I needed a cash cow for the business to turn it around and make sure I retain and actually give more employment to people. So I decided to go into schoolwear. Schoolwear is a big thing in South Africa because we are pro-education, and almost all the schools wear uniform. And so it's a quick win in terms of financial freedom for my business. But also I realized that the strategy I need to get, because people have got their reliable suppliers, and so my target is not suburban schools. So I had to come up with a model of saying, how do I get quality uniforms, affordable uniforms to the communities? So that is what I think is going to be my competitive advantage with the school uniform, because it's so generic, everyone is doing it. You know, I have no knowledge. Okay, I have 2 years worth of experience in fashion industry, but I still have a lot to learn. But when I tell a person I'm a CA, a person says, okay, so how is the fashion business going? So it's like they get more interested because of the credibility of the CA brand. So I've had meetings with people in like high places because I'm a CA. They're able to give me the audience that I need, even though I'm not running an accounting business. We are at Nte High School in Gwandengezi in Durban. This is where I have one of my mentorship programs with my high school learners. I have learners here who were in grade 11 last year, and now they are in grade 12. And I have them on the hashtag 10-year CA journey. So the reason I decided to do the mentorship program was because I feel like when we grew up, we had our future not necessarily decided for us. We figured it out as we went. So I wanted to come back and actually help the learners to make sure that their future is designed appropriately, and they get to partake in making sure that they get a future that is possible. But they don't have to discover it at varsity or at the workplace. They can try and design it with their subject choices, with their marks that they're getting in high school, so that they can get the future that they deserve.
My name is Bonkosi Madlala. I am a teacher. I am an accounting teacher of Nte High School. We met at the car wash in Pinetown. Even discovered that she is a person who has got an interest of helping learners. So in that way, it was very easy for me just to ask her to come and help my learners in my school.
So with the mentorship program, it's just me getting grade 10, grade 11, grade 12 learners to understand what the CA profession is about and to actually equip them with the necessary skills to make the right choices in terms of following this particular field.
She has been very helpful, especially in last year. Last year helped our learners who were very performing, very poor in mathematics.
From a maths perspective, they were not anywhere near level 5 that is required for entry requirements.
She helped them in a way that now their results now were little much better than they were supposed to get if she was not there for them.
I brought in a tutor and some of the learners had improved their marks, but because we did it too late, it didn't have the required impact. So this year I'm trying to put a proper strategy in place to make sure we have tutors up front, we talk with the maths teacher and have a plan.
I see this as a very important exercise. Now, Xoliswa is a very good example because now there are very few chartered accountants who are willing just to come down to a level of learners and mentoring them.
Ninjani? Siyaphila. Niphase neza. Bye. I really can't claim and say because I was so smart, because I had everything going for me. I didn't have everything going for me. I didn't have the exposure as well, but I just kept going. I tried. I didn't even know about the CA career until I got to varsity. I think there was just a guardian angel that was with me as I was making those small decisions, everyday decisions, and telling me I'm going the right way. And sometimes I made mistakes, but then I quickly got up and dusted myself off. So the reason I'm doing a lot of work with the learners, I want their future to be by design, not by default. And also with my mentorship program, I want to take it to a level where we have like a tracking system. I want to know if my learner who wore my uniform has made it in life. And I want to just look at that through a click of a button and say, oh, I see, congratulations, I see you recently graduated and I know you from grade 5. So that's where I want it all to go.